Hey everybody, this is Queen Creek Fire and Medical. We're here with Knox and Cash, Firefighter CZ Arena, and myself, Firefighter Jerry Pajak. We're going to be doing a truck tour of Ladder 411. So here at the front of the truck, guys, we have what's called a bumper line. It's a jump line. It's 100 feet of hose with a nozzle. So typically this is for car fires or any close approach fire that we only need 100 feet of hose. In this side here, we have a front intake. So this is where we hook the fire hydrant up to supply water for the ladder. So coming around to this side, this first door here is where the engineer sits. So the engineer is the driver of the fire truck. Their responsibility is to drive the truck and get the crew to the call safely and efficiently. They have a lot of controls, just like your mom and dad's vehicle does. And that's what they do, is drive you to the call. In the back here is where the firefighters sit. So typically myself and Caesar, we're going to be sitting in the back of the truck. So we're the firefighters, and this is where we prepare for the call that we're getting ready to go to. On this specific truck, you'll see here, this is our turntable for the ladder. There's a joystick up there, and you can control the entire ladder operation from that platform and that joystick, okay? This small cabinet here, this is basically just an engineer's compartment. It has extra adapters and nozzles so we can hook up different hoses together to make sure that they fit if something's of a different size. So another responsibility for the engineer is not only to drive the fire truck and the ladders, is to pump the truck. So this is the engineer's pump panel. All these levers control different hoses on the truck. So that front jump line that I showed you, like this lever here, supplies water to that specific hose line. These are our air packs. So on these new trucks, we have our air packs outside of the truck. It helps keep us safer and keep all those carcinogens outside of the cab of the vehicle. We have extra air cylinders in here. So basically, if we run out of air on a call, we can throw another one in and we have extra air on hand. Just like you might see at your house, we do have fire extinguishers and a pressurized water can. So sometimes if we have a small fire or something like that, we can take one of these cans and extinguish that fire efficiently and quickly. In this compartment here, we just have extra stuff. We have salvage covers, basically a big tarp in case we need to put our extrication equipment or cover up someone's belongings. We have extra hose lines here. These are attack packs. So these are non-connected hose lines. We can take this into a forward position and give ourselves a better advantage in the fire. This is all the cool stuff here that you guys probably like to see. We have our chainsaws here. We have our K12, our K6, and our battery-powered fans. So this is all the stuff that we get to use when we're doing any sort of ventilation operation. So we're going to be cutting a hole in the roof of a building or a house or something like that. Again, more of the cool tools that we have. These are basically a lot of our forcible entry stuff. So if we need to force our way into a house or a car or any sort of building, these tools give us the ability to get inside with minimal effort. On the back of the ladder, we have a cool little screen here. So this screen gives us all the details and diagnostic information of the ladder itself. It lets us know the reach of it, how far we have left to go, the angles and positionings of the ladder. So it's really useful for us to see that information when we're up on the ladder or down here on the floor, how much further we have, we can extend the 88 feet of that ladder. Since we are a ladder truck, we do have a combination of ground ladders here. So just like you might see in your parents' garage, you have all sorts of ladders that we can throw. So these give us a better advantage to get up on top of buildings, houses, anything where we have to use a ground ladder to get to the rooftop of something. We have other tools here and backboards. So in the event we need to run EMS calls and stuff like that, we have the ability to put people on backboards as well. And then coming off the back, we have a fold-down ladder. So this just gives us a better advantage. Instead of having to climb up that ladder, it gives us the ability to climb straight up into that doorway inside the bucket. Would you guys like us to show you how we operate the ladder? So come back to this screen. So back here on this screen is our outrigger. So those outriggers we talked about, we have to turn that on. Once you hear that noise, that means that the outriggers can go out. So watch, with these controls right here, you can see those coming out of the side of the truck, right? And what Caesar's doing is he's putting those pads down because that basically expands the compression point of those outriggers so we don't crack the ground that we're working on. From there, we can move them down. Thank you guys for coming out and checking out Ladder 411.
Thank you for the tour.
You're welcome.